Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for another match of the Sevens, the quarterfinal. Samoa taking on Spain. Now, these two sides have played off many times in the past, but this one just has that extra bit of a big match feel. And Samoa will be looking to get themselves a possible big win over the Spanish. But looking through at the Samoan lineup, it will be Apelo Maleko, Sione, Valvasa Afa, Scanlon, Malani Matavao, Steve Onisai, and then also Letufia. Then for Spain, it is going to be Trapaga, Ramos, Nieto, Moreno, Romero, also Lopez, and Valencias as the last man in that starting lineup. But this is a massive opportunity for Spain. Whoever wins this game will face the winner of South Africa versus Australia, which is also an absolutely massive game that will be coming to you guys live straight after this one. Let's go Samoa in the chat as well. It seems like we've got a lot of people supporting the Samoans for this game, but now the game is kicked off. And Spain have been able to claim it inside of their own 22, and they need to make sure that they keep the ball as much as they can. That's going to be the penalty now in favour of Spain. It looks like Juan Ramos will be kicking this one for touch. And like they're saying, Spain just need to make sure they play their own game in this matchup. You don't want to get lured into the way that Samoa play, because that tires you out well and truly. All right, and also we have got there RGI as well, and also we have got there, do you know Spanish? I do not know a lot of Spanish. I only know Bienvenido de nuevo al canal de Kiwi Lads. And also, hola, você, or hola, como você está, is pretty much the only Spanish that I know. But now, advantage over Samoa. Big tackle made on Unisai. Now, Letufia looking off to the left-hand side. If they can get a right here, Samoa may be able to get themselves some early points on the board. This is a Fijian side, though, that only lost by 10 points. Or, sorry, a Spanish side that only lost to Fiji by 10 points. Now, Malani Matavao trying to go through. Be wrestled down, and that is going to be the penalty there for the high tackle. Samoa having another quick tap. Only about 25 metres out from the line. Passing it off to the left. There's a nice inside ball from Apelo Maleko now off to the hands of Paul Scanlon. Steps nicely. One more pass on the outside to Malani Matavao. Trying to cut on the inside, breaking the tackle, but instead goes on the outside to Onisai. And that will be the first try of the match for Samoa. And also Samoa is the best, and they have been going extremely well. And also shows Spanish how to play the game. Says Valvali, and also we've got their mother, Samoa brothers. Hit that button and subscribe. Says David the Mo, and go Samoa, says Matthew. But it was a nice step from Malani Matavao, initially breaking through one tackle, and then was able to flick that one out the back to Steve Onisai, who got it up on a platter and was able to run that one in nicely. No rush, take your time, tackle, says Donovan. And also you're doing a great job. Next is horse racing, says Catherine. And that's the thing with Sevens. I've noticed that I end up talking at about 5 times the speed that I normally would, because of the fact that we've got so many things happening in such a short amount of time, if that makes sense, with the chat and also with the game. No rush, take your time, tackle. And also, who is the first semi-final? The first semi-final will be Fiji versus New Zealand. Massive game, the equivalent of a final. This one, if Spain or Samoa go through, they will be facing off against either South Africa or Australia. And why not show the game? Pretty much it is all down to copyright. How if we show any match footage, they do take us straight down, sadly. But they are, or you are actually able to do the commentary side of things just without audio or anything along those lines. But I do recommend the World Rugby YouTube channel or also their website to be able to work out exactly where you can watch the game for yourself. And a lot of the options are actually free out there. So be sure to check that out. And also cheers for the live process. But no worries at all, mate. Hope you are doing extremely well and excited. I mean, my voice is going to be absolutely gone tomorrow. I can tell you that. They are showing the chiropractor, Brian Lima, 64 tests for Samoa. Played in 5 Rugby World Cups as well. That is a very impressive stat for him. And also Mana Samoa Mana all the way. Says Falifa. And also we have got their Favali has said for the Samoans. But now Spain have got this ball just inside of their own 22. And they need to try and get a little bit more of the position. It is a good run forward from Lopez. Eduardo Lopez it is. Now Ramos plays halfback. And they're saying they don't want to be stuck inside of their own 22. That's a brilliant fend from Spain. And he just bumps off the man as well. Just keeps it in the field of play. That's a knock on the ground from Nieto, though. And now it will be the scrum feed for the Samoans. But Spain have come a long way in the last little while. Samoa will beat Spanish. And also we have got their, what's the Meow World Series log like in there? As says Gareth. And also we have got their Cheers for the Live process. And there as well. But yeah, I have actually got the table sitting here for myself, or kind of like the knockout stages. As you can see, it's kind of see-through because I did it in green, which wasn't a good idea, but it's actually the only color that this pen does go in. So Fiji versus New Zealand on one side of the draw, and then on this side, we've got Samoa versus Spain, and then also South Africa versus Australia on the other side of things. So someone is going to be making their way forward, and it could be Samoa. Good flat run by Onisai once again. Now Sione goes off to Matavao. Back to Sione. Oh, broken in half. I felt that one in my ribcage. That was an absolutely brilliant one, but it was a hospital pass from the Samoans. They won't be doing that again. But it looks like the Spanish side can pack a punch when they need to. Now Malani Matavao balling the outside. Could be going to Vavasa Afa instead, though. Malani Matavao misses or goes straight through, and Moreno able to make the tackle. Vavasa Afa now plays halfback. Gives it off to Apilo Maleko. Stepping beautifully. Paul Scanlon goes in with a bit of a stutter step, and that will be another try for Samoa. Well, and as I said, Middle and also, do you know when the Pacific Nation Cup will begin? Says Alex Samoa. I believe it is in the early stages of July, and we will actually be playing, or we will actually be showing a lot of those games, or not showing them, but we will be doing the commentary for those games on the channel. I believe that was, who was it? I think that was actually the number 3 there, Ioana Sione, who got smashed. And also go see Samoa go, says Emilio. And also we've got it all the way from American Samoa. Let's go, Manu, says Donovan. And also Fiji Kiwi first semi, says Gabriel. It is indeed. And also what time will the first semi-final start? It is going to be at 1:53 a.m. New Zealand time. So in about 3 hours' time will be when we see that first semi-final between Fiji and New Zealand. And then the other semi-final is going to be a little bit later at 2:15 a.m. New Zealand time, with the final coming to you guys at about 5 a.m. New Zealand time as well. But we are going to be covering all of it on the channel. So if you are new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Currently, Spain, they've got a minute and a half left in this first half to try and get something going. It's a big run down the wing, from Moreno. He's got some good size to win. Valencia's now after halfway finding the offload. Juan Ramos trying to link up with the Spanish backline, and there is plenty of class in there if they get it right. Now out into the hands of Lopez once again. Goes to ground now just outside of the 22. Juan Ramos once again. Nice little overlap play there from Spain, and it's looking good now. They just need their ball on the outside. Moreno's in, and Moreno able to score the try. And that is going to be Manu Moreno. And he is absolutely loving it. 30 seconds left now, and also Fiji all the way. Come on, Samoa Uso, says Sam, and also go Manu. And then also we have got their Daddy Claus as your new name, Hamish. I don't know about that. And also let's go Manu, says BJ, and also for Amalorsi Manu. And they're from King T. It was a good backline initially from Samoa. It was a nice little link up between Juan Ramos and also, I believe it was Trapaga who got involved in there. And they just kind of kept on overlapping. And then the ball went on the outside for the big man, Manu Moreno. Was able to score right. That conversion has just missed the way to the side. So the score will be 12 points to 5. Do you think Otago has any chance versus the Blues next week, says Hanoi? They are certainly going to have to play better than they did up against the Rebels. That is a given. But I think they'll come back a little bit feistier than they were for that game up against the Rebels. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. More water for Spain, Waterboy. And there says Nathan, and also New Zealand versus Fiji is like a final to watch, says Emiliano. It is. And that looks like a player taken out in the year there. It was Paul Scanlon taken down. So now Spain, they will be down to only 6 men on the field, as Valencia's will now have to be off the field for the next 2 minutes. I believe now Spain, with the man advantage, they are going to be going for the scrum and bring it home, Manus. And this is Mr. Hardy, and also the Spaniards have a few big units out there. They certainly do. I mean, just to name a few of them, you've got Eduardo Lopez, Romero, Moreno. It seems to be stick those massive fellows in the midfield and see whether or not they can break their way through. Trapaga, also a very big lad out there. And let's go, Money, says BJ. And also waiting for Samoa in the final with Fiji, says Nigel. And the thing is, that's actually the final that I wanted before the competition even took place. I'm from New Zealand. I shouldn't be saying that, so we've got to keep that a secret. But I want to see Fiji Samoa in the final just because I love that rivalry. And anytime those two sides play, it is absolute fireworks when we get to see it. But now Scanlon does try and step. Nice pass on the inside off to Malani Matavao. Loose ball. Sitting up now for Apelo Maleko. Now, once again, another step, having to run it straight sideways, sling and pass. It's risky business. Spain pick it up now on the 22. And I want to find that offload. Now it goes to Juan Ramos. This might backfire for the Samoan. Scanlon stepping, and he's missed the tackle on Ramos close to the line. I believe he's going to be held up, and if that is held up, which it is, that is going to now be half-time. And also, Vamos Samoa, says Nathan there. And go on, Manu. Good luck, says Alofa. Okay. No grounding Okay, they are just checking to make sure that there's no chance that this ball did go down, but I believe it should be held up by quite a bit. Nicely done by Samoa. Now that is up, so that is now going to be half-time between these two sides. 12 points to 5, ladies and gentlemen, is how we are currently sitting. But anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It is hugely appreciated you guys all being here, and we have got more and more sevens coming. The next game that we are doing, it is going to be South Africa versus Australia. Then we have got the semi-final games, and also the final will be coming up. That is going to be no try. So now it is halftime, and also I'd love to see Fiji versus Samoa final, although I will be in bed when the final is on. Yeah, it is certainly a late night here in New Zealand, Fiji, Samoa, anywhere pretty much around this region. It's going to be a late one. All right, but we will be up all the way through, and also Fiji versus Samoa in the final, or New Zealand versus Samoa. Samoa will win either way, says Sam. I like the confidence, but to be honest, I think you're onto something there because they have been looking extremely good throughout this season, Samoa. And also, where in New Zealand you're from, cuz I am about, I guess the easiest way to describe it, if you know South Canterbury, if you don't, it's kind of halfway in between Christchurch and Dunedin, kind of smack bang right in the middle of those two. And also go Manu Samoa, says Soa there, and Fiji all the way, says Nigel. So yeah, certainly going to be an awesome one when we get to see either of those sides. That's the thing, no matter what, we're either getting Fiji or New Zealand in the final, which is just absolutely terrific, really, because it should be absolutely awesome to see. But Samoa leading this game 12-5, and Spain look really good. They do. They are looking extremely great. And also Samoa making the final. Is that because South Africa on the other side, Gareth, perhaps could end up with a rematch of that one the other week? And let's not count out Spain yet. That is very true as well. If Spain managed to win this game, you'd have to argue that they could beat South Africa or they could beat Australia. Sorry, Gareth, about that South Africa one, but they could beat anyone on the given day. And I was like, I know was in Ox for 8 years. As yes, they will make it. Says Falefa, and also Manu Samoa is going to go all the way. Says Liao. So be sure, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also check out the Kiwi Lad Sport channel, which is that pinned comment, and also the link that I have just put in the chat, as we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and we are currently only 85 away from being able to reach that goal. So please, if you have got a YouTube account and you do want to help us out, be sure to check that out. And we have got plenty more videos coming up on that channel as well. My New South Wales team looking nice. There's Roman soldiers there. And also Leno has got the smiling face. But currently South Africa versus Australia is only 10 minutes away from getting out there for the last quarter-final fixture. I'm just looking at the way that that's shaping up at the moment. New Zealand versus Fiji. I can't help but smile when seeing that matchup because we know it's going to be hard-hitting. We know it's going to be tough for both sides. And, yeah, we will be doing a preview of that match as well. I should mention to anyone, be sure to check that out when it does end up coming out. But now the second half getting back underway. It's taken nicely by Malani Matavao. And Samoa got this ball back in their hands. Spain have given Fiji their hardest game this weekend. That is true. 29 points to 19, wasn't it? If I'm not wrong, Leno has just said, hey, subscribe. Thank you. Oh, sorry. That was yelling thank you at you. But that is a try to Eduardo Lopez now. So that is why I did get a bit excited. And also we've got that highlighted for Samoa, Whamalawasi boys teamwork. But that one is now going to be the try to Spain. And this will make the score 12-all between these two sides. It was a sling and pass, a mistake from Samoa. That is actually the second time that they've done that in the last 2 minutes or so. And also highlighted for Samoa and Whamalawasi boys teamwork. And also, dear Lord, I can take losing, just not to Australia, says Gareth. And also, go Samoa, says Eric. And now they're going to be under a little bit more pressure. They've actually got the man advantage. And now it is going to be 12-all between Spain and Samoa. There's a few Spanish in attendance wanting to see their Spanish side go far in this competition. And they have never won a quarterfinal fixture, Spain. So this will be making history if it can take place. But currently, errors 2 from Samoa with the sin bin. And now Juan Ramos and his Spanish side back to 7 men on the field, going just short. Spain doing beautifully. That time, I think that was a knock-on from Ramos, or it might have actually bounced on someone's foot. So he was all right. That one is not coming out of there. And it looks like Apilo Maleko trying to rip that ball away. If it doesn't go anywhere, I believe it goes on the favor of Samoa. 3 engaged. Now it is going to be the scrum feed for Samoa. So no one quite able to get that ball out, Samoa. And watch a start from Spain. Exactly right. And also wake up Samoa. No Samoa. Don't slack off, says Stephen. And also come on, boys, says BJ. And go Manu, says Maximilian. Or Maximilian, yeah. And also we're going to expect the Spanish Inquisition. That's the thing. Looking through, what did I predict for this game? I think I said Samoa by 10. But that was optimistic. I keep on pushing, boys, says Leno. And no more water for Spain, water boys, says Nathan. And Whamalawasi also Says King there. It's going to be fired back for Samoa. Malani Matavao. A lot of handling errors from Samoa in this final, or this quarterfinal, I should mention. It is, but now Samoa, they've got men on the outside if they do get it right. But Spain has got pace and they've got precision in those powerful runners. They can normally lead to teams feeling a bit of the pressure. Now step on the inside from Pilo Maleko. Now offloaded back. Another mistake. And it looks like it is going to be going the way of Spain once again. Eduardo Lopez. The ball is lobby. It's bouncing around. It sits up now for Ione Sione. And now Matavao tries to go. He slipped over. Sione takes it. It was a flat pass, but it looks like he's going to be able to go in for the corner, Sione. And it's a big dive. He needs to be careful doing that. He's going to hurt himself. And also, please, Samoa says, Foul Valley. I actually have a Spanish flag on my Garden swing set. I'm looking at right now. Could it be a sign of things to come, maybe? That one. How big is the flag? I've always had a weird thing with flags. How, like, I know pretty much, I'd say 98% of countries' flags I can tell from the picture type thing. And also, keep on pushing, boys, says Lano. And also, we've got to go, Manu Samoa, and let's go, boys. Or let's go, blue. Says, of course, that's a big, dangerous dive from Sione. And nice SPJ. And also, yeah, Manu, and come on versus Western Samoa. And also, we've got how many minutes left, says Roman. We have still got ourselves another about 4.5 minutes of this game. So there's still plenty of time on either side being able to make their way through. In fact, sorry, 3.5 minutes left now. Those on subscribe and like now, says Steven. So I do appreciate that, mate. And yeah, be sure to check out that Kiwi Lads Sport channel as well. It is our second channel that we have got. And we have got plenty more videos coming up in the future on that channel. That's a mistake now once again. That was looking straight into the sun for Spain. So not an easy one to take. And it was Nieto. Now mistake. Oh, Samoa slips. And that could have been an interception from Oni's side, but his feet decided to give out from underneath him from the wetness and the slipperiness at the moment. Now Spain finding another offload. If they get themselves a converted try, they will be leading this game by 2. Counter ruck from the Samoans. Spain just able to hang on to it for half a second. It looks like now once again Samoa, they are absolutely ruthless in the breakdown. And they have been able to win that penalty now. Will be taken quickly by Malani Matavao. One more pass. Valvasafa doesn't need to. And he puts it down. It's the try, and it's another one to Samoa. I appreciate your work, brother. And this is Mr. Hardy. And also, you should be a commentator, says Lino. Yeah, I guess it is something that maybe we could do in the future. But for now, we have got our YouTube channel, which I have absolutely loved, because that's the thing. With commentary, I don't get to interact with you guys as well. And I feel like that is just something that makes these, like, incredible to be able to do. By the way, I am not a Kiwi. I am a Fiwi, not an Aussie, or not a Fozzie. There says Catherine, and also Waterboy. Give Samoa more water, says Nathan. And also, well, you might actually get your prediction by 10, says Roman. That is if Malani Matavao. Oh, he's just got it straight over, hasn't he? Oh, it went short. Okay, so currently, actually, the 10 points different. So that's all right. Maybe I will be right with that one and call lineup. And there says Eferemi. And also, we have got that. Is this your full-time job? Currently, I always call it my part-time, full-time job, which always doesn't really make sense when I say that. But pretty much, it's a full-time job for the amount of time that I put into it. But it's only like a marginal of like the, I guess, payment of a full-time job. But I always say like the money side of it for YouTube, we were never in it to be able to make any money off it. So anything that we make just goes straight back into the channel to try and improve the content. And yes, go also Farmer Lossi and also do it again, Manu. And also quite big. I also have a Kiwi and a Japanese one on it. The canopy is deteriorated. So covered it, or as deteriorated, so covered it in flags. Smart. Because then people just think that you're like a man of culture, I guess. Oh, we put different ones. And also we have got there, everyone on here looking for the score. Then call in sick tomorrow. That's now going to be another try to Samoa. Are they checking this one? No, they're not. So Samoa, I believe at this point in time, with 1:12 left, I am going to add Samoa into the semi-finals. There we go. And they will be facing off against the winner of South Africa versus Australia. And also we've got there, thank you, yes, sir. I watch out, play smart. And also what happened when the 7th season ends, says PJ. So pretty much they have got the Commonwealth Games is coming up relatively soon. It's all right, Spain, says Balagi. And there's, thank you, yes, sir. But yeah, we've got the Commonwealth Games, the World Sevens World Cup actually coming up. And also it is going, that's a good kick. It's gone straight over. Now they've scored 27, or in fact 29 points to 12. But then they've also got Los Angeles, which is in about 90 days or somewhere around there. And also we have got there, Manu Samoa, says Falefa. And there's, and also, are you going to do South Africa versus Australia? We certainly are. And that is coming up in a very, very short moment of work tomorrow, says Roman Soldiers. Yeah, luckily for myself, due to doing this as the kind of part-time, full-time thingamabob, I will get to sleep till about 5 p.m. tomorrow. after sleeping right through the day. But then George is coming around and we are doing some more filming. So that will be probably pretty taxing, but it should be pretty fun in the process. And now nice run here from Spain. They just want to try and get themselves some sort of points here, as it was 12-all. And happy to be facing off my Kiwi brothers in the final C as well. And yeah, that final or the semi-final will be taking place at 1:53 a.m. New Zealand time. We will be up and we will be covering that one on the channel now. Kicked him behind. Nui does get the ball to sit up for him. And this will be another try for the Samoans right at the end of the game, just to really assert themselves as a team who are going to be winning this match. Good work, Samoa. That's the Pacific spirit. And they certainly came alive in the last few moments. And also we've got there, if you remember, as said, Fiji versus Samoa in the finale. And the thing is, I do want to see it. Even though I'm from New Zealand, I would love to see Samoa Fiji play off, even if it did mean, this is the thing. It sounds terrible to say, but if Fiji lost to New Zealand, I want to see Fiji versus Samoa either as the third and fourth playoff game or the game between the two sides going for the gold medal, just because I love watching it. I need to sleep for school tomorrow. And there as well. And also Poleva has says Mala also left for Amalosi. And also we've got there, see you Fiji game, bro. I know it will be hard for you. And also 600K. Says Nathan there. And also we've got there enough score, boys. And also, yes, Samoa win it. 34 points to 15. But now the next live stream is just around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. We will be starting up right now. So thank you all very much for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Also check out our second channel, the Kiwi Lad Sport. And yeah, that is going to be the one that is on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We are currently sitting on 915 over there. So be sure to check that one out. But we are just going to be transferring straight over to the next one. I think Samoa is down under fishing. And also come on 13K subs. Keep pushing. Says the lino there. And we are getting closer every single game. But thank you all very much for tuning in. Be sure to check out that Kiwi Lad Sport channel. And I will see you all for the next matchup, South Africa versus Australia.